and now they began firing. And this is the defendant that we tried in this case, Vincent Perkins. And what's notable is that Instagram.
It did. You went and committed a murder in a hoodie that you took a picture in. You don't even have enough sense to put duct tape over the logo or something so they can't clearly identify who you is? I don't understand. Like, just dumber than a fifth grader. He has a custom jacket on. He's wearing a custom jacket that he has a picture in on Instagram. Why he killing somebody, bro?
Mr. Perkins is wearing those same New Balance sneakers, as you can see.
Squad, today we back in Philly. I mean, Philadelphia for the grad. You know it's going down for real.
Stop it.
You there?
Get some help.
Lacking in Philly. I don't know what the is wrong with y'all in Philly. Do your homework on Philly. We got our Gravelly. We can show you this. We got our Thornic. I can't show you that. I'm finna be scrolling it up as this video goes together. Hopefully yours already scrolled up and you can, you see what I'm saying? Do your homework.
Getting shot in Philadelphia is regular. Getting shot in Philadelphia is a regular occurrence. It happens. I'm not shot somebody by mistake shooting at somebody else. It's a regular occurrence.
It's Cartier out here, man. We on 31st and Burke, Strawberry Mansion section.
I heard about Strawberry Mansion.
The search for suspects in the Strawberry Mansion mass shooting. Gunfire erupted just before 6 o'clock.
That shit sound like the hood, don't it? Where you from? I'm from Strawberry Mansion. It's like that music just play when they say Strawberry.
Happened at 31st and Norris Streets, which is right near the James G. Blaine School. A mother and her 2-year-old were hit. The other victims are all teenagers. Minutes ago, police released surveillance pictures of 3 men wanted in connection with the shooting.
How about all that? When you see them Philly niggas, they always hop out in all black with some Under Armour shoes on. You see it with a ski mask, a black hoodie, and some Under Armour shoes on, he means business. He came to play no game.
And a lot of places you could just hop pounds in a big ass gun with a whole 100 rounds.
Elderly woman regarding shooting on her block. Oh, they about to do some blicking. I can see it right now. He said they still shoot. They still shoot.
Over 17 days in 2022, Strawberry Mansion experienced a reign of terror. 5 murders, along with multiple other shootings, as part of the gang war that had been going on for years. One of those murders included city and hood favorite Brucey the rapper.
Like the friends I got, we ain't gonna send each other to do nothing wrong. So even though we're in a bad environment, we could support some bad habits, but like we was checking each other, so we ain't get too far gone along the way like that.
Tonight, 7 people, including a 2-year-old girl, were shot and
y'all should have checked each other to fucking move.
It happened just before 6 o'clock on West Norris Street near the James G. Blaine School.
Yeah, but I'm still on Burks. Still breeze through Napa. I've been playing 31st. Catch way more traffic. Where them gun cases happen. In that same spot with a rat and my boy strapped 2 back. Probably somewhere with a hoodie on with his hood down and his gun out.
3 goons, huh? I mean, the real story of the 3 goons is they're 3, 2, 1, gone.
FBI, open up! They coming to get y'all. I'm telling y'all, boy. Gang banging is the stupidest job you can have in America in 2025. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? It's not 1975 no more. Y'all not finna run around with guns and rob people and shoot people and get away with it. What's wrong with y'all, bro?
Strawberry Mansion, situated high on the banks of the Schuylkill River, adjacent to Fairmount Park, for venues like the Dell East and its proximity to Smith Playground. In the 1930s and the 1940s, Strawberry Mansion was a thriving, dense urban enclave, predominantly Jewish. Approximately 60% of the neighborhood's population was Jewish, totaling around 50,000 residents living between Lehigh and Oxford and 29th to 33rd Street. Within a single generation, the neighborhood's demographics shifted profoundly following the Brown versus Board of Education decision and the passage of the GI Bill. Jewish residents began selling their homes and moving out, often to newly constructed housing outside the city. This new community, however, faced systemic barriers, including public housing concentration and welfare bureaucracy that prevented upward mobility. By 2010, census data showed that Strawberry Mansion was 94% black. Its economic decline was stark. In 2000, the neighborhood
I don't give a fuck about this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The victims of 2020 cannot get intense violence. In early 2022, the neighborhood was gripped by a 17-day period of intense violence.
17
Larry
days
Krasner
straight?
dubbed the perpetrators the quote Goon Squad, a clique of killers from across the city. Their victims were targeted over petty grievances like tow trucks and women, and one was caught in a case of mistaken identity or retaliation.
They got over a tow truck.
In May 2025, D.A. Krasner's office announced the conviction of two men, Jameer Rice and Sean Triplett, for their involvement in the murders of 4 of those victims. The series of murders began on the evening of February 23rd.
This always blow my mind too, like, you know, like you still on jail calls, like throwing up gang signs and throwing up the set. That shit is confusing as hell to me, cause like, I promise you, gang, you feel me? If I was in the streets heavy like y'all, these is right here, and I went to jail, and know you not coming home, I'm going Muslim. I'm not finna be in here still talking about some gang banging, throwing
murders of 4 of those victims. The series of murders began on the evening of February 23rd, 2022, on the 3000 block of West Arizona Street. Philadelphia police officers responded to the scene of a double homicide where they found 2 men, Juan Carlos Sanchez and Iyad Muhammad, fatally shot while seated in a silver Kia Optima. Both men were shot in the back of the head. The neighborhood was still whispering about the double homicide when violence struck again, this time on the 3000 block of Fontaine Street. 25-year-old Bruce Chenault, a city favorite known as Brucey the Rapper, was found in the driver's seat of a gray Nissan Altima.
This all in the 17-day period, by the way.
12:30 in the afternoon. Officers found him shot multiple times. While this case remains technically unsolved, it added to the suffocating atmosphere of fear surrounding the neighborhood. By March 8th, the violence became even more reckless. At 1:46 in the morning on the 1900 block of North 32nd Street, Calvin Suri was getting in a red Hyundai Elantra. Investigators believe Jameer Rice and Sean Triplett, along with an associate named Salim Ralph, were hunting for a rival. They spotted the red car. They spotted a man who looked like their target, and they didn't hesitate. They approached the vehicle and opened fire. Ballistics later recovered 2 .45 caliber, 20, 40 caliber, and 8 9mm casings. It was an execution, but it was a mistake. Calvin Suri wasn't their rival. He wasn't their intended target.
And that shit break my heart every time I hear it, bro. Like, imagine you just walking down the street, you ain't into it with nobody, so you ain't tweaking on nothing. You ain't tripping on nobody, ain't nobody tripping on you. All of a sudden, you hear pop, 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 and they hit you 32 times, you lose your life. You in heaven looking down like, nigga, what the f***, I didn't even do that. What y'all shooting at me for? Now you trying to like...
Just a young man who happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Jameer Rice, or First 48 Goon, as he was called, or Black Goon, was later implicated in Calvin Suri's murder after ATF investigators obtained a search warrant for Salim Ralph's cell phone, which contained evidence of phone conversations between Black Goon and others in the lead up to the killing. Investigators believe Suri was shot to death in a case of mistaken identity, as I said. 3 days later, on March 11th, the final act of the spree. This was a cold-blooded setup. The target was Sufjan Gibbs, a 21-year-old who worked at the Fresh Grocer. The crew used a honey trap. Brianna Chavez, a young woman working with the group, drove Sufjan to an Airbnb on the 1800 block of Ingersoll Street. Sufjan and Brianna had seen each other before, so for him, this was supposed to be a normal encounter.
Right.
The pandemic led to widespread job loss and school closures, which rocked the city, especially in low-income neighborhoods. The pandemic broke some people's spirits. Young men and teens suddenly found themselves out of work and school, at least the ones that were going to school or had a job. Strawberry Mansion didn't break in 2020 or 2021. It had been breaking for a very long time, quietly, slowly, under the weight of promises that never arrived and investments from the city that never came. All the pandemic did was expose what had been festering in plain sight. A neighborhood held together by thin threads of love and long memories. Some memories good, a lot of them bad for the people that lived there. Kids playing, neighbors arguing.
This look like a third world country. Bro, this look like Haiti. This look like a third world. Like, come on, bro. This shit look like a Call of Duty map. What's going on?
Gunshots, ambulances, Mr. Softon, and screams of crying
Bro,
mothers.
If I did not tell you where this was at, bro, you would think you was in the middle of Africa somewhere, bro. Like, what is we doing? I ain't never been in Philly. I don't plan on ever going. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All became background noise growing up in this neighborhood, like a smoke detector that needs new batteries. For any outsider, for those who don't live in Strawberry Mansion, looking at this neighborhood and looking for anything close to resembling normal is almost foreign. A kid growing up in Strawberry Mansion can tell you what normal is, or at least the perception of what normal is, only if you saw it on TV, or worse, the internet. Rarely ever was normalcy seen in real life. Is raising yourself while your mother works 65 hours a week normal? Ask the 12-year-old boy who's doing who knows what right now. Is having your mom and dad there in the household normal? You would think so. Well, what if they both work their ass off just to be able to barely afford the rent? Right. And the family of 7 has to ration almost everything you buy from the supermarket every 2 weeks. Is that normal? Ask the 16-year-old who is hanging with the guys right now, watching drill rap videos of people he knows talking about his cousin who died last week. That normal?
Nope.
All those scenarios and words.
None of it is normal, but it's got normalized. You see what I'm saying? It's got normalized. And that's one thing, like, you know, on a serious note, I always made sure I wasn't going to let happen. You know, I'm not going to say, like, I raised myself. Like, my parents was definitely there every day and all that type of stuff. But it's like, if I don't see you from 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, and then you come in the house, you watch the game, I'm doing homework or whatever I'm doing, I play the game until 9 or 10, and then we eat at about 8, 9, and then I go to sleep. It's like, I'm not really getting raised. And then on the weekends, you so tired from working, it's like, you not raising me. I'm raising myself, generally, you feel me? Like, so it's like, that's why I always wanted like a whole lot of money, so I didn't have to be working 2-3 jobs, 60 hours a day. My kid just at home doing, because that's how they end up in the streets, bro. You feel me? End up in the streets because they don't have no parents there. They don't have nobody there all day, every day. They leave school. They know their mama ain't getting home till 8 o'clock. It's like, okay, bet I'm finna go slide. I'm finna go outside. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. Like, you feel me? I'm broke as hell. He got some new Jordans. Hey, come rob these with me, gang. You end up dead when you're 13, because you feel me? Like, that shit happened, bro.
Now in neighborhoods across the city.
Responsibility at home for his mother and sisters. Potatoes cook on the stove near his bed.
There ain't no stove.
Clothes are in those plastic bags. His pride, the junior military uniform he carefully lays out on the chair.
What are your favorite subjects?
Chemistry.
Yeah?
I like learning about the atoms and the periodic table.
Median household income measures the midpoint of a household incomes in a given area, meaning half of the households earn more of this amount and half earns less. The median household income in Strawberry Mansion is approximately $29,000 to $33,000 as the latest available data says in 2025. I'm trying to paint the picture for you guys about actually growing up in Strawberry Mansion.
Right.
Because today's video is about the 2 weeks plus of horror in 2022. 5 victims and their families changed forever. A mix of mental health issues, bad parenting, little to no positive male role models that they wanted to gravitate towards, plus all the external things that I mentioned earlier, all taking place in the heart of Strawberry Mansion.
I like this little, it's bopping though. Hey.
We been telling niggas since watch out, that them little boys better watch out. Like, when I withdrew, I withdrew in probably like December. I ended up getting locked up for my first real case in January. I was still a minor because I graduated school when I was 16. So
you graduated high school when you were 16?
Vincent Perkins, aka Cartier, was all over the news in 2022 for all the wrong reasons. an aspiring rapper caught in the mix, he became a symbol of the culture's dangerous intersection.
Philadelphia shooting where over 70 shots were fired. Is that him?
Kids who get caught up in the streets even when other options are available.
An elderly person in the neighborhood who hears shots and calls 911. After that, we're going to have, in whatever order, we're going to have some crime scene photos.
Y'all, and I'm going to tell you this too, and y'all in Philly and what's the other place, bro? I just had it in my head. Philly and Jacksonville, where y'all sheriff department know y'all and they be trolling y'all on like, hey, man, y'all crazy for still be outside in the first. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't even walk outside with a gun. Like, y'all crazy.
Which will show a lot of evidence markers, holes in a windshield from bullets. There were a lot of bullets in this case. And then we are also going to show a couple rap videos. There's also a case that 3 years later, we can discuss in the following context. As of today, midnight last night, the 16th of March, 2025, the city of Philadelphia has a total of 39 homicides to date. That is without question the lowest number of homicides we've had through midnight on the 16th of March in the last 18 years. I suggest you go to the Philadelphia Police Department's publicly available database to look at it. But it's even more significant than that, because there is solid reason to believe 39 homicides on the 16th of March 2025 is the lowest number of homicides that we have had on the 16th of March in the last 50 years.
50 years?
Who is prosecuting this particular aggravated assault. It was a jury trial that resulted in convictions last week, and it's directly connected to 4 homicides that preceded it. The final one being 6 days before this aggravated assault, which was exactly 3 years ago.
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf was broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own? It's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
Go today, over 70 FCCs, 70 shots fired. And there were 4 murders in the span of, I believe, 16 days. Is that correct? 16 days. The final one being March 11th of 2022. And one of the guns used in this case was actually, as the DA just mentioned, one of the guns used in this case was taken, was a legally owned firearm of the final of the 4 decedents, the decedent who was killed on March 11th of 2022.
This is going to show you, on this video, you see these 3 individuals that are walking down towards the 3000 block of Page Street. What you don't see in this video is these 3 individuals had already cased the block. This is a premeditated shooting. They planned to shoot somebody on this block. You could see the individuals now returned with COVID masks, and now they began firing.
Wait a minute. So did they looked at they cased the block with no masks on, and then came back with COVID masks on, and they thought they wasn't gonna get caught? I want you to pull your iPhone out. I say this a lot. I want you to pull your iPhone out. I want you to go to your settings. I want you to go to Face ID and passcode, right? Put your passcode in. And I want to show you something. You see where it says right there? You probably can't see. I'm sure you can't see. It says Face ID with mask. Face ID is most accurate when it's set up for full face recognition only. To use Face ID while wearing a mask, iPhone can recognize the unique features around the eye area to authenticate. You must be looking at your phone to use Face ID while wearing a mask. So that means if they have this on an iPhone, that means the police have it, bro. And that means if you have a mugshot or a picture of yourself on the internet in any way, all they have to do is press a few buttons, wait for that shit to go, brrr, and they know exactly who you are shooting these guns, killing these people.
Again, this is 76 shell casings, and we have at least 4 different caliber guns, and we have also at least 5 firearms. So you're going to see 2 of the offenders run back to the 3000 block of Fontaine Street. That's where they were all meeting prior to this shooting.
Right.
And these 2 individuals were never identified.
And ran off.
And so now we're going back to the 3000 Page Street. What you're going to see is as those 2 individuals that are unknown offenders, they run back to 3000 Fontaine Street. There's a third shooter that will loop back around and meet up with our 2 defendants in this case.
Don't even have a plan. You killing somebody right now. You ain't even got no full plan. You ain't even playing this out. You just seen somebody on the block and thought you was finna go shoot him and get away with it. That's why I be saying, like, if you're gonna be a street, you're supposed to be smart. Like, this is not a dumb sport. Like,
this is the first offender. This is Jameer Rice.
Idiot.
And this is the defendant that we tried in this case, Vincent Perkins. And what's notable is that Instagram.
It did. You went and committed a murder in a hoodie that you took a picture in. Like, what? You don't even have enough sense to put duct tape over the logo or something so they can't clearly identify who you is? I don't understand. Like, just dumber than a 5th grader, man.
Account was being monitored by Philadelphia police officers Christopher Smith and Ryan Clement. They had different posts of him wearing that same sweatshirt.
Yeah,
with Chinatown written across the front. It's a very unique sweatshirt. Nobody else has that in this group.
Look, again, this little boy got another little boy that's in the same got a custom. He has a custom jacket on. He's wearing a custom jacket that he has a picture in on Instagram. Why he killing somebody, bro?
Mr. Jameer Rice has a distinct jacket with big GI on the back of it, which is why with those 2 individuals in particular, we were able to identify.
That's just dumb.
We have another barrage of bullets flying down 3000 block of Page Street. As you recall, that 911 call, the elderly woman was calling saying they're shooting again. This is what she meant. There was a first round of bullets.
Oh, they started shooting and then they shot again.
Offenders put a second round of bullets down the block.
I got you. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go kill a nigga. Like, man.
To see Mr. Rice is going to go back to that same block that we saw the first 2 shooters go back to. That's a 3000 block of Fontaine.
And they have it all on recording, all of it. Every angle, every block, every stop. Every switch. They got y'all tracked probably all the way back to y'all house. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's just, I don't get it.
And again, this is another post of Mr. Rice wearing that same jacket.
Right here, the little boy him and then took his mask off. He is maybe 2,000 feet away from where he just killed somebody, and he took his mask off while he's wearing a custom jacket that he got custom made, and he has music videos and Instagram pictures in this jacket. And I'm supposed to get on here and be like, I'm not supposed to wish death on no man. Oh, free bro, he be home soon.
Oh, stop it. Get some help.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
There's gonna be some scary nights up in that prison.
Eyeball on it.
You gonna start hearing voices
different
and shit.
social media post. And his Instagram tag name is First 48 Goon, which is a reference as
snitching on himself.
District Attorney Krasner said there's a music video where they call themselves the Three Goons. So that seems to be a moniker that he goes by.
Then y'all get on Instagram and tell us, like, man.
Additionally, the First 48 is a television show. It investigates the first 48 hours of a homicide. That if detectives don't get a lead in the first 48 hours, the chances of solving a murder are cut in half. As we know, that Mr. Rice is being charged with 4 murders, so that's no coincidence. 4 murders. That is his screen name for his Instagram.
And one of them,
and what you just saw on the screen was the complaining witness in this case. Face in 4K. Miraculously, he did not die. He was transported by Philadelphia police to the hospital and was discharged that same day.
Oh, wow.
He actually walked all the way home.
Wow.
After being shot twice, and you can see the police car right here.
Y'all not even good at y'all job.
Victim's 911 call, which causes them to go past the crime scene and go pick up the victim. He walked to West Susquehanna Avenue, is where he was, where his residence was, and they transported him to the hospital. But again, this is an innocent man that was walking back from the deli store and that's just caught in between the crossfire, or not in between.
They got this man in 4K in a custom jacket. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And then y'all put on all black in the daytime. What is the all black doing? Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna put all black on. They ain't gonna be able to see me. Yeah, that's supposed to be for nighttime, bro, because it's darker. I don't know, bro. I don't.
This is a one-way.
Do you know how slow you gotta be?
Group of individuals, and again, these are the Instagram posts that were part of the identifying factors that we used in the jury trial.
This is bad.
Mr. Perkins is wearing those same New Balance sneakers, as you can see in one of his posts.
I want y'all to be able to see this.
He's wearing those in the shooting as well.
Like,
you're going to see them all together in these videos that were posted in the month prior.
This is bad. This is embarrassing. This is
Mr. Perkins is sitting with an assault rifle on the top of
same clothes,
looks like an abandoned car.
Sitting on the same clothes on that you killed somebody in, waving around guns, talking about the murder that you did. They said they locked this up on 4 murders.
Sweatshirt on it. You'll see Mr. Rice had that same jacket on it as well.
My guy. Not one.
Again, Mr. Perkins wearing the same pink hoodie, and then you see Mr. Rice in the background with that same jacket with the eyeball on it, holding a gun with an extended magazine.
Tried to blur the jacket, but the cops already had the video.
You can see the amount of guns that this group has.
They finna all get locked up. All they are stupid.
We have assault rifles, multiple handguns with
He's the same
clips.
people at the beginning of the video where he said, yeah, we all check each other. We don't let each other do nothing too stupid. Y'all got on the same clothes y'all somebody in the music video waving around guns in broad daylight on the street corner. Like, and y'all think it make y'all cool because, man, what? I don't give a about no police. I don't give a. Y'all think it's cool.
And again, these are the music videos that there's 2 police officers that identified Mr. Perkins and Mr. Rice. They were monitoring these accounts.
They were monitoring these accounts. Did you hear that part?
So
did you hear that?
Vince Perkins, he goes by the stage name Cartier, and this is posted on his account leading up to the the shooting. And what we're seeing right now, that clip with the balaclava, that was another unique identifying factor. Because if you notice, when he's doing the shooting, he's wearing a balaclava, and it was the same shape, same distinct feature when he's doing with the balaclava.
No, he don't got the same. He got the same mask on that he killed the motherfucker in.
And what we're seeing right now, that clip with the balaclava, that was another unique identifying factor. Because if you notice, when he's doing the shooting, he's wearing a balaclava, and it was the same shape, same distinct features, and also if you saw the end of that, he has a doughboy, which is a reference to narcotics. As you saw them, they were chefs and they were cooking up dope. And this again was another video that we utilized in the trial as evidence.
Like I cannot imagine. Like how? Let me ask you all this question: how stupid would you feel if you were sitting in a case? You were sitting in a murder case or attempt murder case. Bunch of multi-murder case, whatever. You sitting in your case that you got locked up for and you charged with, and all the evidence is on video that you posted on the internet. This is not something that they had to hack into somebody or hack into your DMs or none of that. Or they had to go through your phone and all that. No, this is shit that you posted on the internet. And they're using all of this to convict you. I want you to ask yourself a question. If a jury see this nigga or see these videos, do you think they're gonna find you guilty or innocent?
Stop it. And now if we want to flip to the crime scene itself, it just gives you a picture of the destruction in terms of what these 5 individuals did to the 3000 block of Page Street. You can see bullet marker identifiers 1 through, I believe that's 1 through 8. That's where Mr. Perkins was shooting. Mm-hmm. And you can see on the far end of the street was where the 3 shooters were shooting to begin. If you want to go to the next one.
All the way down the street.
Yeah, just a different view down Page Street.
Jesus Christ.
If you want to go to the next slide. This is looking down. If you go to the next one, this is just a prime example of, we're lucky that nobody was in that car.
Yeah.
And this is 3:48 p.m. Kids were coming home from school.
Right.
In the surveillance video compilation that was made, you see kids getting off school buses.
That's crazy.
There was a kindergarten that had to be locked down because of this shooting. And again, we're thankful that nobody was in that car, but you see there was 4 bullet holes that we can count on the windshield, and there was at least 5 to 6 other bullet holes in the front of that car. So
that's crazy.
All heads in, watch it turn right around. Cops spraying and flipped it upside down. In a lot of places you could just hop pounds in a big ass gun with a whole 100 rounds. Just cause the tab covered, they don't make it no better. I talk cash, oh boy, I'm a better. I bring heat, yeah, I'm a upset.
Doing all this while you broke is a joke, by the way.
Yeah, and I
It
knew
ain't
better,
even funny
but
no
I
more.
be alright if my pill don't catch me. I won't sit down, won't let them arrest me. And I ain't even mad, I spend time stressing. I ain't do no wrong, I'ma get my blessing.
And the song's bopping. That's the crazy part about it.
On Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022, at 10:41 p.m., Philadelphia police responded to the 3000 block of West Arizona Street. Upon arrival, officers discovered 2 victims inside of a silver Kia Optima with Delaware temporary tags. The car had crashed head-on into a white Ford van parked on the sidewalk. The driver, Juan Sanchez, or Poppy, and the passenger, Iyad Muhammad, were each shot in the back of the head. Recovered from the car were 40 and 45 caliber shells. Surveillance video recovered from the Rogelio Food Market, which is on York Street, captured the back of the property, the 3000 block of West Arizona Street, and at around 10:35 p.m., the video captures a collision with a parked white van.
Damn.
Shortly after, the video captures 2 individuals.
Like, I want you to understand that these people, okay, think about this. They're going